Start your week smiling with your friends, Kathy Zant and Michelle Frechette. It's time to get ready for some weekly motivation with WPMotivate. Happy Friday, Kathy.
Happy Friday, Michelle. How you doing?
It's been a week. It has been a week.
It's just been a week. It feels like
it's been a month this week.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
it has been a very long week. Like every single day has been like long days, lots of moving parts, lots of things happening, but it's all good. We made it to Friday.
We made it to Friday, yeah.
What more can you ask for?
Exactly. One of the things that I was thinking about a lot, and I actually messaged you last night, and I know you saw we talked about it a little bit already, but I was thinking about how inspiration happens and how, like, the things that people say to me, like on the Underrepresented in Tech podcast, Allie and I talk about the fact that saying to somebody, because they're in a wheelchair, you're such an inspiration, is like, fuck off. Like, nobody wants that, right? Like, saying to me that the things that I do in WordPress are inspiring, I will take that praise all day, every day, right? Like, you do so much for the community. It's inspiring. Fantastic. Wow, you do so much in a wheelchair. Not so much, right? So, but when I'm talking about inspiration and how we find inspiration and how we can inspire others, I'm talking about you do so much in WordPress, you're an inspiration, not the other kind, right? So just to kind of put that out there, get that off. Like, set us on the right course. And so I was thinking about, and I talked to you about this a couple weeks ago, I think, that there was a talk I submitted to WordCamp Europe that wasn't picked up, and that's, we can't win them all. But it was basically how WordPress not only changed my life, but basically saved my life in a lot of ways, from just a lot of stuff over the years, and how I got started with it, and how it pulled me out of a bad marriage and got me into the things that I do now and all of that. And I still want to give that talk. And it's like, I'm not sure where to give that talk. So then I thought, well, I could just record it.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. And then put it out there. And if people want to take from it what they will, there have been some things that have happened in my life because of WordPress that still moved me to tears, because they were so amazing, and how amazing the power of this community is. And I want to share some of those things with people, not because I want to inspire about the things that I do, but I want to inspire about the things that WordPress has done and this community has done.
Yeah.
And so I was like, where would I put that? Like, if I put it on my own blog, blah, blah, blah. Literally, as I'm falling asleep last night, I'm having these thoughts. Then I was like, oh, it could go on WPMotivate. Like, we could have a whole video section of inspirational talks.
And if they're on WP speakers, it could be linked over there as well, as sort of like a demo reel type of thing, because a lot of times people are like, okay, well, this person looks like they know their stuff, but how good are they on stage, or how do they speak? What's their vibe? Yeah. And you could link over to it. So it could be a way for speakers to be able to like show that not only do they know their stuff, whether it's technical, but they can also inspire and really connect with sort of like that emotional connection with an audience. So I think that could be double plus good.
Exactly. So one of the things I was talking about, I actually left you a message in the middle of the night, which you read in the middle of the night, because that's how we are. I'm falling asleep, but I have to tell Kathy so I don't forget. And you're like, Michelle just messaged, I have to read it so I know what she said. Anyway.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I got to write it back in the morning. I can't do it right now. Please. I just want to go back to sleep. Why did I look at my phone?
Exactly. You're gonna just give me the old thumbs up, and I would have been like, yes, she loves it. Sometimes the thumbs up is passive aggressive. I know that's not the case with you.
Yeah.
It is when I send it. It is when I send it to my mother, like, yeah, okay, Sue.
I'm gonna have to start using that more. Passive aggressive is like my middle name. I was raised like a Catholic, so I didn't know I could do that.
I know, right? So, but then I thought, it's not just going to be like the Michelle show, right? It's not going to be like, we have all these great podcasts. I say great. I think we're great. All our great podcasts, and you can watch them on video, whatever. But also, if we house these on our YouTube channel and embedded them in our website, we could have a whole channel of motivational speakers from the WordPress community. So if you're listening, if you're one of our 10 listeners, I always say that. I don't know how many we have. I don't pay attention to the metrics. This podcast is not about metrics. It's about fun. Although I could probably look it up if we need to. But I want it to be inspirational stuff. I don't want it to be, how you built your plugin. I don't want it to be, hey, this is how you do CSS. Yes, those can be inspiring. No, I want inspirational, motivational. This is how WordPress this is what I did in WordPress. This is how WordPress helped me. This is how it moved me forward. Not hero press that per se, but adjacent. Your story. What is your story? How can your story help other people move forward in WordPress and understand the power of this community? So if you are listening and you're interested, we want your video. Reach out to us. We'll put something up on the website soon, a little form that you can fill out so that you can pitch your story to us or tell us where we can get it or whatever. It'll still be yours. It's your proprietary, whatever. We are not looking to own your story, but we want to give you a place to share it and a place where other people
amplify that story, right?
Thank you. That is the word.
And and the other thing is too, is I think your story is important, but really I want to have make sure you end with some takeaways, if you had to do it over again, what are the lessons that somebody else listening to your story can run with? I want takeaways.
Yeah, you could have slides
in there.
You don't have to have slides, whatever works for you, but we would like it to be a video, not just an audio, because we want people to be able to engage with you. And then we want you to write up what it's about so we can put your little write up about it. We will watch it. We will vet it. We're not just gonna blindly post people's things, but
well, I want the inspiration out of it. I'm
right?
Hey, make
seriously,
sure I get something here.
That way we can post and be like, wait till you see what so and so posted. This is mind blowing, and we might talk about them on the podcast too. But we want to amplify your voice. We want to talk about how the things that you're doing and how the community has impacted you in a positive way. So it has impacted me in a positive way. I'm going to record my story. I'm going to put it out there. I'll probably be the first one on our website. So if you need an idea of how long it should be, I would say no more than 30 minutes. But yeah, we want to share the motivation. We want to share your motivation and show how other people can learn from the other people in the community. So yeah, kind of excited.
I love it. I mean, this is it's kind of our vibe, right? I mean, you and I have similar values in terms of empowering people, getting people to think outside of where they think their limitations are and realize that there are no limitations. Encouraging people to go for it, encouraging people to just see opportunity. And we shouldn't just hoard that. We should give other people the opportunity to do that too. So I love this idea. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. So what's inspired you lately?
People. I am so blessed. Well, first of all, I'm blessed to talk to you every week and
Likewise.
to be able, and thank you so much for coming on my channel, doing the whole Elementor thing.
That was fun.
It was fun. I'm still I've done so much on my son's site, after hours, just tweak, and it's almost done. So that little session was really good for me too. I have to edit it still. But I am so blessed with people the people in my life who encourage me, who gut check me, who critique me. Gosh, this is one thing that's really important. And it's something I didn't have when I was maybe in my 20s, any kind of creative work, if somebody criticized my writing or criticized something that I did, I'd feel terrible and I'd get upset about it. And now it's somebody please tell me where I'm wrong. Please tell me where I could do better. And it's just I think it just comes with maturity. So I've had people come to me with hey, this could have been done better. And just the ability to just be able to always up level my game and to be of a higher service. That's my thing. So my ego gets the back seat, but I have so many people around me who are who believe in me, who encourage me, who say, you know what you should do. And I'll be I'm going to do that right now.
I love it.
I've had so many experiences this past week with people encouraging me to do things that limitations I had put on myself that I shouldn't have. And people who that's one of the reasons why it's so important to me to do that for others, is because people do that for me. So that's been my inspiration this week, is being surrounded by people who help me do better. So I'm good.
I was moderating that for you because you were doing, I was paying attention to the
Yeah.
people and that kind of thing, and realized that the Kathy's Aunt fan club is not just me. There are so many people in your fan club, and the people that were making comments about where's your tiara, and you were like, oh, you missed it, I wore it at the beginning, and Queen Kathy, and and the people that are like, you're like, oh wait, where was this, and they're like putting the answers in the chat, like,
Yeah.
oh, go to here, you'll find it, or can I log in with you, and those kinds of things. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I've just been blessed with this community. But here's the thing is like I'm taking a huge risk doing a move of a site from one theme out of a page builder into Cadence and doing it live, and not, I practiced a little bit, but I didn't practice a lot. Probably should have practiced a little more, uh, but I'm like taking the risk and putting myself out there and being willing to like fall on my face and be criticized, and I don't care. I'm there to be of service, and I think people see that and they're like, they know what the intent behind it is. I'm not trying to show off that I'm the best Cadence designer in the world. I'm not guaranteed, but I am someone who's going to say, take a risk, watch me take a risk. I'm going to try to do this on a almost live site. And we're just going to do it. We're going to see how it goes. I'm so glad I didn't do it on the live site, because like 10 minutes before I was like, oh, I'm just going to put Cadence Blocks Pro beta and Cadence Blocks 3.1 beta on here, and I'm going to show how I can do it with that. And it didn't go very well. I had to like back it all out. Like, I'm not going to do that live. Not going to do that. So, but taking that risk and having people there to support me, I am so grateful you were there. Thank you.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I agree. It is people that are inspiring. Over at Underrepresented in Tech, we are starting to put together a webinar series, it's going to be a series of panel discussions based on different groups, subgroups of underrepresentation. So we have 6 that we're planning. One is what it's like to be a Black man in technology. One is what it's like to be a person with physical disabilities, non-developers, queer people, non-native English speakers, and people under 25. And so I reached out. I'm doing the 2 that I'm moderating are Black men in tech and non-native English speakers. And I reached out to 3 gentlemen, and within 10 minutes, all of them were like, yes, sign me up. And this is where the truly inspiring part comes. Like, yes, that they were like, yes, let me do it. I forgot to tell them they still don't know they're getting paid to do it. Like, we've built into the budget, the sponsorship, $100 just for participating, because we believe in paying people for their time. And it's like, they're all in without even knowing that they're gonna, walk away with an honorarium for helping us out. So that's kind of cool. That's inspiring for sure.
Very cool.
And working with people like Allie Nimmons and Naisha Green on this project is also inspiring, but amazing women.
Naisha's so excited about being keynote at Rochester. I saw her post this morning. I was like, you go. That is so awesome.
I'm excited for her. She's gonna, and she actually, I always put the wrong, this is a fold out couch right here. That's where she's staying. She's coming to stay with me.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, I think it's true. People are the true inspiration. And when people, like, there's still some tickets left, I guess, for WordCamp US. They opened up another batch, but there are other people who either overbought or can't go now, and they're like, just looking to give my ticket away. They're not even looking to try to sell it or get their money back. They just want to give it to somebody who it can help. And I'm like, that's inspirational. Just like all those little things just add up to such a. Is it a perfect community? Nope. It's not. As a matter of fact, this week I had to, or was it last? I don't remember. This week I had to write and publish a code of conduct for the post status community, because there were some people who were behaving borderline badly, and we didn't have anything that we could say, look, if you keep it up, we have to throw you out, because this is the code of conduct, right? So we put together a code of conduct. And a perfect community, I would argue that a perfect community does need codes of conduct. People need to know where the boundaries are. in order to operate within a community in a positive way.
Every online community, every social media platform, you have to have some kind of, I remember in like the early days of the internet, there was a site called Fray.com. Derek Powell, I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong, Pozic, started it, and people would go into the fray and share their stories. But watching how communities start and then evolve, Metafilter, another site where I think I'm like user number 530 or something. That's my user ID because I started so early there. But I've watched so many online communities start and then evolve and have crises. And if you don't establish some kind of boundaries, you've got to have them. But
absolutely. So yeah,
hey, I'm going to WordCamp. I'm going to WordCamp US. I'm going to be there. I just decided this week. I
can't wait to hug you again.
I know. It'll be so much fun. I'm so excited. And then I posted on Facebook that I was going. I'm like, because one person encouraged me, said, just go do, and just go do this. And I'm like, I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. And then I just did it. And I posted on Facebook and I just said, one person, it's your fault. But oh my gosh, the community, just like, we're so excited to see you. So, and I kind of needed that this week. So I got that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a good thing to have boundaries. It's a good thing to have people in this community that just really want to bolster each other up. And I know we've been called like a cult before, because how do so many people like really build a community like this around software? Because it's not about the software. It's about the people, and it's not about praying to a software god. It's about just coming together and helping and bolstering and working together. And I always think it's
shared
funny
values.
Absolutely, right? So like, I could sit at
values.
a table and right across from me is somebody from another LMS, and right next to me is somebody from another page builder, and over there is somebody from another hosting company. And we're all friends, and we're not competing when we're sitting down to dinner. It's not about that.
And people from different cultures, because this is a worldwide system of open source, understanding that you should own your content and you should own what you're building and put it on a platform that you can take anywhere, and that you don't get like vendor lock-in on things, and understanding that that's the value of WordPress. And so you can have people with different cultures and different, but they all have the same value system of software. Software is free. And even if you have a premium product or premium add-ons or whatever, the software is still essentially free, but your service and the capabilities and the features that you're putting into it, that is why people are paying you for the value that you are putting behind your product and putting into the future development of your product. At least that's kind of oh gosh, that feels like a WordCamp talk right there.
I love it. Maybe you should record that and put it on our motivational speakers.
Maybe open source as, our values of open source, or the values of open source, or something like that. Because I think it's important for us to remember, because I've been doing like these interviews like outside of WordPress, because I feel like it's important for us in WordPress to also represent open source and WordPress to people who are like, all right, I got to put up a website. Should I use Wix or Squarespace? Which one's better? And I want to show up to that conversation and talk about open source, because those are people who are just like, I just want to get my website up. I don't want to have to think about all this. I want to talk about why they need to think about all of this. And I think it's something, because we have that in this community as a shared value, we forget about it a little bit, because I don't need to convince you of the benefits of open source. But I think we need to remember that value and why it's here.
Absolutely. It's kind of like your nose. I saw something yesterday that said you are never not see, if your eyes are open, you're seeing your nose, but your brain has learned to not see your nose, right? So like, I can see it, it's right there, but I'm not focused on my nose all the time, right? So like, it's in the middle of my face and everybody else can see it, right? So that's why we forget sometimes the core tenets of our shared open sourceness and what that means for our community, because we just
Right.
it's part of us now. But we have to remember that we're always bringing more people into the community, and to be just as excited sharing that with them as we were when we first became part of it ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I
For
think I
sure.
got to talk.
I think you do. Write it down quick. This afternoon, she'll say, "Wait, what was I talking about?" I'm like, "I don't know. Go listen to the episode."
Every time.
Every time. I'm
Every
the same way. I'm
time.
like,
That's why I try to write up the excerpts. I try to do that like right
right
away
away.
of like, otherwise it's like, what? I know it was good. How didn't I
What was
say in the episode like this should be the title? What was it? What was that?
it?
My
We
biggest
do.
problem.
Well, and that's the other thing is we share responsibilities. And I love that. Like I do all the prep for the audio and the video, and I actually post it on the website and get it out on social media, but you do the part that I cringe over having to do. And I'm a writer, but I hate having to go back through an episode or try to remember the key points and write it up afterwards. So I'm so grateful that you are like the writer for our site. It
And I
makes me
love writing,
happy.
so it's
Yeah,
the easy part for me. So
it's
happy to do
awesome.
it.
Fantastic. We're in it together.
We are.
Yeah. Well, if you've made it this far and you have inspiration to share, we want to hear it. So either tag us on Twitter, DM us, post about it somewhere else, talk about WP Motivate in a way that maybe will motivate other people, and give us your videos if you have something you want to say. If you've never shared it anywhere before, and even if you have shared it before, share it with us and let us amplify your voice and put out there who you are. And, maybe it'll inspire somebody else too. Thank you for being an inspiration to me, Kathy. I appreciate you.
Same. Thank you so I cannot even tell you. You know
We
how
know.
much you mean to me. Thank you for being
Likewise.
there.
We'll see everybody. I can't even talk. We'll see everybody next week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
This has been WP Motivate with Kathy Zant and Michelle Frechette. To learn more or to sponsor us, go to WPMotivate.com.